Hi, everyone. Christine Blasdale here with the Micro Podcast on podcasting. And today is episode 9, which is all about finding your perfect guest. Now, this is something that a lot of beginner podcasters have an issue with. And I get this question so many times. People say, but Christine, where do I find the guest? How the hell am I going to locate the perfect person for my show? Of course, you can go the basic route, right? You can go on Google, go on Yahoo, and you can do a search in that particular expertise or area of business that you're interested in having someone be a guest. Another great thing you can do is actually look at the different TED Talks that are out there. These are experts, these are wonderful speakers, and they already have an audience. Now, if you find somebody that is a great speaker on TEDx, they're going to be an amazing guest on your show. They're also going to have quite a large following, most likely. But it's really easy. Once you get their name, you could do a Google search, you can find them on Facebook for the most part, and connect with them directly and ask them to be a guest on your show. But TEDx is a great resource. Another fabulous tool to use when you want to find that perfect guest is a website called podcastguests.com. I'll include the link in the show. It's called podcastguests.com. And this is something that I use time and time again when I'm looking for that really unique person. I may not even know what kind of show I'm going to do, but I'll use their resources and I'll look and I'll see people that are really interesting and they have a background or they have an experience or they're an expert in a particular area that I think would make a great show. So I'll use this amazing resource to find those guests that I didn't even know were available. I didn't even know there were experts in that field, but they're there and they want to be on podcast shows. They want to be a guest on your show. So reach out to them through that portal. Now, I also use podcastguest.com. I also use that as a resource for me to get me on other shows. So not only do I look for guests there, but I also use it as a resource to get booked on other people's shows. Now, this is something that's really important. If you're trying to find that perfect guest for your show, a lot of times it might even be another podcast host. I know it sounds counterintuitive, and some of you might be saying, well, why would I invite another podcast host to be a guest on my show? You know why? Because if they have a large audience, they have a following. And that following, if you have them on your show, they're more likely to promote your show, their appearance on your show. And what I do, I take my appearances on other podcast shows and I use that on my website. I say, look, I was interviewed by this person. I was interviewed on this show. I was interviewed on this show. People are in high demand for me. Well, that will help you. That will help build you up as an expert in your field, as a celebrity, quote unquote, as somebody of interest. So I highly encourage you to find those podcast shows that you resonate with, those hosts that you resonate with, and get them on your show. Trust me, this is a great way to get more listeners following you and getting the publicity out on your show. It works. Now, if you want to just go the direct route and you're looking for guests and you just need more help, in addition to podcastguest.com, there's 2 other websites that you want to check out. Now, another great resource is a website called perfectpodcastguest.com. I know, it's a great website, perfectpodcastguest.com. You can check them out as well as radioguestlist.com. It's radioguestlist.com. I'll have links to all of these in the show notes. These resources are super easy to use and check them out. Now, before you go on the hunt for the perfect guest for your show, I want to give you a little bit of advice. If you can find any type of interview that they've done before, either on a podcast show or on video or anywhere where you can actually hear them talking, speaking, being interviewed, find it and listen to it. Now, some beginner podcasts say, well, I feel really uncomfortable asking somebody to be a guest on my show. I mean, I only have 5 listeners and nobody knows who I am. They're not going to want to be on my show. Don't say that. That is not true. First of all, everybody wants to be promoted. Everybody wants to talk about their passion, their business, or their organization. And a lot of times it's a great free marketing tool for them. So don't be shy. Don't be afraid. All you have to do is ask. And if somebody says, no, thank you. No, I'm not interested. Don't take it personally. But I'll tell you, you're going to get many more yeses than no's. That's all we have time for today. If you want more tips or if you want some coaching advice on how to create your podcast, of course, you can always visit ChristineBlosdale.com. Until next time, thank you so very much for tuning in to the Micro Podcast on Podcasting.